Okay guys, this is pretty much the same. The reason why we're going right to the tests on Unit 9 is because it's pretty much the same as Unit 8. You're just dealing with the metric system, but you have all the measurements right in front of you. It's almost the exact same concepts. Now you see these measurements, 1,000 millimeters is 1 meter, 100 centimeters is 1 meter, 10 decimeters is 1 meter, 1 meter, that's stupid how they put that in the middle, but whatever. 0.10 decameters is in 1 meter, 0.01 hectometers is in 1 meter, kilometer, 1,000th of a kilometer in 1 meter. Now some of you are like, well, I thought there was 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Yeah, there is. Don't write this down, but just watch. I'm just clarifying. So that's what they gave me. Multiply those both by 1,000 on each side of an equation. That times 1,000 is 1, okay? And 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. So we're just going to roll with what they gave us, okay? But that's why that is 0.001 kilometers, 1 meter. That's why, okay? Now, 23 meters is centimeters. You just put your 20, see I was even nice enough to give you the table you're going to need. 23 meters over 1, and you're getting it out of meters into centimeters. Same rules apply as before. So cm, find cm, there it is. 100 cm is 1 m. Okay. 23 times 100 is 2,300. 1 times 1 is 1, so it's 2,300 centimeters. Okay, 372.5 meters as kilometers. Yes, I'm well aware there's 1,000 meters to a kilometer, but there would be 0.001 kilometers in 1 meter. I just showed you that on the paper. So 372.5 meters over 1 m km. So km's right there, 0.001. Just go with it, okay? 1. 372.5 times 0.001. 0.3725. You can round if you want to, or you can write the whole thing. It's up to you. Now, solve each exercise. You need to express 6.3 centimeters plus 13.6 millimeters as millimeters. Now you take the one that's not in millimeters and convert it somewhere off to the side. So put 6.3 cm over 1. And you need to get it to mm. Okay. There it is. 10 millimeters is in 1 centimeter. 6.3 times 10 is 63. So it'd be 63 millimeters. So cross that out and put 63 mm. Now you can add, okay? It's going to be 76.6. Really, you just do the conversion before the operation. This one's no different. 8,000 centimeters minus 70 meters, that's how many centimeters. So we take the one that's not in centimeters, okay, and convert it. So 70 m over 1, okay, m, and we need to get it into centimeters. Or cm, where are you at? 100 centimeters is 1 meter. 70 times 100 is 7,000. 1 times 1 is 1. Divide, it's 7,000, okay? So, 7,000 cm. Now you can subtract. It's 1,000. 8,000 minus 7,000 is 1,000. So you do the conversion first. Now you're doing square unit conversions. Okay. The reason why square works because, for example, there's 100 regular units, linear units. There's 100 centimeters to 1 meter. But if I square it, 100 squared is 10,000. Okay. So we're converting 23.6, and mm to the second means square millimeters. So you transition the mm squared there, and then m to the second. So where's mm? Right there, a million. Yes, 1 million is what you're going to put. And then 1. You're going to get some pretty, either really small or really large answers. 23.6 times 1 is 23.6. 1 times a million is a million. There, write it. Okay. 0 point and then 4 zeros for decimal holders. 236. M to the second. Okay, 0.7 square decimeters as square millimeters. So 0.7 dm to the second over 1. So that's on top, it goes on bottom, and I need mm to the second. Okay, mm and dm right there, okay, right there. 10,000 mm to the second equals 1 dm to the second. So 10,000, 1. So 0.7 times 10,000, 7,000. 1 times 1 is 1. Then divide it, it's 7,000. Okay, metric weights, 1,000 milligrams to 1 gram, 1,000 grams to 1 kilogram, 1,000 kilograms to 1 metric ton. So we're converting 730 mg milligrams to g grams. Okay, mg, and we need g. mg to g. Okay, there's mg, there's g, so 1,000 is with your mg. 1 is with your g. So 730 times 1 is 730. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. Then I divide, and that's 0.73 g. Okay, 2.7 metric tons is kilograms. So 2.7 metric tons over 1. So metric tons go to the bottom and kilograms on top. Okay. So 1,000 goes with kilograms and 1 goes with metric tons. 2.7 times 1,000 is 2,700. 1 times 1 is 1. So it'd be 2,700 kilograms. Next one, you got a compound. Express each complex compound unit measure as indicated. Round, forget the science significant digits crap. Shouldn't be a focal point. 12 meters per second as kilometers per minute. So you got meters to kilometers and seconds to minutes. So meters to kilometers, seconds to minutes. Draw those arrows if it helps. Okay. So you put 12 m, 12 meters over 1. It's not 12 miles. Miles is mi. And then your 1 needs a label with it, seconds, because it's 12 meters per 1 second. Okay, so I have to take the meters to the kilometers, and then I need to take the seconds to the minutes. Okay, so let's talk meters, kilometers. This ratio has m and km. M's on top, it goes on bottom, then what I want to get to fills the other side. Now I'm going to set up the second one. Seconds is what I have, it's on bottom, so we put it on top. And then what I want to get to fills the other side. Well, 60 seconds is 1 minute. Km and m, where are you at? Okay, there it is. Km, 0.001. M is 1. So, the meters cancel, as did the seconds. Okay, that's a 60. So I take 12 times 0.001 times 60, and I get 0.72. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, you get 0.72. And the correct label would be km per minute, km dash minute. Okay. That's really the only compound unit conversion you have to make in this. Cubic. Now, down here, don't write that stuff. I like this better. I mean, either side works, but I like this better. Okay, I've also added another one. If I've added it, you're probably going to need it. 2,400 cubic millimeters as cubic centimeters. Okay, so cubic just takes the linear unit, like for example 100 centimeters to a meter. Cubic would be 100 to the third power, which is a pretty big number. Should know it in my head, but my brain's too lazy to think of it now. Okay, cm and m. There's mm. That's a c. That's a c. So 1,000 mm, 1 cm. So that times 1 is 2,400. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. Then divide, you get 2.4 cubic centimeters. 4 cubic meters, m means meters to cubic centimeters. So 4m to the third over 1. M to the third, cm to the third. So cm to the third, m to the third. Right there. 1 million cubic centimeters over 1, and 4 times 1 million is 4 million. 1 times 1 is 1, but then that's still 4 million. Okay, 2,100 milliliters as liters. Okay, so you put your 2,100 milliliters over 1. You want it out of milliliters into liters. Okay, so ml and L. There's ml, there's L. So 1,000 milliliters, 1 liter. So 2,100 times 1 is 2,100. 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. Now divided, it's 2.1 liters. Okay. 5,210 cubic centimeters is liters. Okay, L and cm to the third. Okay, that's ml and c. You got to read it. Okay, there it is. 1 liter is 1,000 cubic centimeters. So times, you get 5,210 on top. Bottom, you get 1,000. Now divide that, it's 5.21 liters. Now these are kind of weird, okay? Express each of the following values as an indicated value. 4.9 times 10 to the 5th hertz as megahertz. Mega is a prefix, okay? Prefix used for large and small values, okay? Tera is 1 trillion. There's the number 1 trillion. It's 10 to the 12th power because there's 12 zeros. Gig is a billion, 10 to the 9th, 10 to the 6th. Kilo is 1,000, 10 to the 3rd. And then less than 1 whole, milli, micro, nano, pico. So those are decimals, so then their power of 10 is expressed as a negative exponent. All you really need to know to convert is this, okay? This right here, powers of 10, goes with the unit, not, that is not with the prefix, okay? Goes with the unit, not with the prefix. Here's what I mean about that. Put your 4.9 times 10 to the power of 5 hertz over 1 like normal. You need to get it out of hertz and into megahertz. Now, this is the unit not with the prefix, so that's where we put the power of 10. So you look up mega, there's mega, and 10 to the 6th goes with that. And we put 1 with this. So this times 1 just remains 4.9 times 10 to the 5th, and on bottom that's going to be 10 to the 6th. Now you need to simplify that though. You need to cross out the 10 to the 6 and then subtract its exponent from the top. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So you can write 4.9 times 10 to the negative 1, I'm down with that, or you could punch it into a calculator at that point and write that answer. I don't care. Pick one of them. Either that or this. Okay. Okay, 63 times 10 to the negative 11th farads is picofarads. So 63 times 10 to the negative 11th power over 1. Farads, you got to put the label. So then farads goes down to below, and then picofarads goes right there. Okay, so again, look up pico, 10 to the negative 12. It goes with the unit without the prefix, which is this one right there. So that 10 to the negative 12th goes here with 1 above it. So the top is going to be 63 times 10 to the negative 11th over 10 to the negative 12th. Now you subtract, not 12, you need to subtract negative 12. When you subtract a negative, you really are adding the positive version of the number, and that's 1. So 63 times 10 to the first. You could write 63 times just 10 since it's to the first, or you can just multiply it to be 630. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I'm going to switch cameras.